Hi guys, I'm Asher. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. Well, I know it's been a while since I posted the last video. The thing is that for various personal reasons I've been pretty busy these months and I've barely had any free time. But well, I've been itching to get back to making videos for you guys. In today's video we will continue with the content about the 5th season. I will narrate a scene in which Ryuu and Seer have an interesting conversation about Ryuu's growing feelings for Belle. And finally, to complete the video I will narrate a short story where Aiz feels jealous of Seer. By the way, as a precaution, I have created a secondary channel, so please subscribe to that channel as well. Also, if you like my videos and want to help the channel, you can do it on Patreon or by becoming a member here on YouTube. The links will be in the description. But well, without anything else to say, let's get started. Dusk was falling over the city. Ryuu was carrying a bag of groceries as she walked quietly with Seer back to the bar where they worked. They were close to reaching their destination when suddenly Seer said, "Hey, Ryuu." Seer smiled when Ryuu turned to look at her. "You've fallen for Belle, haven't you?" The grocery bag she was holding dropped to the stone pavement. Fruit spilled out onto the street, and she frantically knelt down and scrambled to gather them up like a stereotypical clumsy maid. Her heartbeat thundered in her long ears as she picked up the scattered fruits. It wasn't just her ears, either. Her face, her neck, her whole body was trembling, and she felt like she was on fire. Ryuu was in panic. She didn't understand why Seer had asked her that, and why so suddenly. As she tried to answer her friend, her voice had risen to an embarrassingly high pitch, but her young companion paid no heed to that as she helped gather the scattered fruits. She picked up a red one and handed it to Ryuu, who was still struggling to respond. Finally, Ryuu replied that she knew that Seer had feelings for Belle, so for that reason she was incapable of doing something so bold and rude. But as Ryuu continued talking nervously, Seer interrupted her with a smile. "Ryuu, I like Belle." Ryuu could not understand why, but for some reason that sentence had shocked her to her core. Was it because Seer had never once explicitly laid out her feelings? It seemed as if Seer's gray eyes could see everything that Ryuu kept hidden deep inside her. Those eyes seemed to be able to discern truth from lies. Then Seer said she would ask Belle out for the goddess festival, and asked Ryuu if that was okay. She felt her heart clench. She should have laughed that feeling off as foolishness. Obviously, she should just say of course and support Seer. There should have been no other choice. And yet, Ryuu's heart was still racing. As she did her best to suppress her emotions, Ryuu asked Seer why she was asking her that. Seer replied that it was because she was afraid of doing something that would hurt Ryuu. Because even if the future relationship with Belle didn't work out, she might end up doing something that would cause a fight between the two girls, and she feared that if that happened they wouldn't be able to make up. Running out of things to say, Seer smiled as she looked toward the ground. Ryuu realized that she was being absolutely sincere. She was speechless. Ryuu could not bring herself to face such honesty head-on. Still young by the standards of the long-lived elves, Ryuu was little more than a young girl herself, and had no idea how she should respond. There was no answer at the ready in her heart. So she dropped her sky-blue eyes and remembered what was most important, her bond with the girl standing before her. And the promise she had made 5 years ago. "You saved me. I want to repay you for that. I've told you that before. So." She took a deep breath, as if struggling to get the words out. "You may fall in love with whomever you wish. I will support you no matter what." Her answer seemed to linger. Even though they were in the middle of the street, everything was quiet. Only a narrow strip of blue sky outlined by the surrounding buildings peered down at the two of them. Ryuu still could not bring herself to meet the gaze of those blue-gray eyes. Finally, the young girl laughed quietly and thanked Ryuu for her words. It was past noon on a certain day. Hearing that a new Jagamaru-kun store had opened, Aiz had been in the process of making her way through the city to check it out. Oh. Raising her head due to hearing a voice from ahead of her, I saw a light gray-haired girl in front of her. She was an employee at the Hostess of Fertility pub that the Loki familia often visited. If she remembered correctly, her name was Seer. It took her a while to figure it, because Seer was wearing a straw hat, a clean white dress, and was carrying a large basket. She appeared to have been gone somewhere, and was currently smiling at the pub's frequent customers. "Hello, Sword Princess. Were you on a walk?" "Hello. Yes, I was." Unable to straightforwardly say that she was looking for the new Jagamaru-kun store, her face reddened slightly. As the casual-clothed beauties greeted each other, Seer's eyes gleamed. "Come to think of it, you've given Belle Cornell a lap pillow before, haven't you?" Aiz was shocked. How did she know about it? While Aiz wondered if she'd let it slip at the pub, Seer pressed on by blushing. "To tell the truth, I've been given a lap pillow by Belle." Aiz was shocked for the second time. "Oh. Wait. She said she was given one." As Aiz's agitation was spurred on, Seer embarrassingly hugged herself. On top of that, Belle was so intense and passionate in giving me a lap pillow. Intense and passionate. There was a way to give a lap pillow like that? Aiz was confused. The witch-like girl had dramatized the story, but Aiz had no way of knowing that. Aiz stood still as she widened her eyes, and dizzily kept on changing her complexion. "Hey!" The Sword Princess changing her complexion from red to blue, and back again. "Wow!" The Sword Princess being cornered. "Good city girl, Seer Flova. Who is she?" Citizens, adventurers and gods, watched the first-class adventurer and the pub girl. The onlookers all held their breath as they cast gazes of fear and shock toward them. And well, that was all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up, share the video and leave your opinion in the comments. I'll be reading them. Also join Discord, there we can talk about DanMachi and even other animes. The link is in the description. Thanks for the support, and see you next time.